June 9th. Which cities are the next that are in danger of losing? Not saying they definitely will lose their teams. That comes from CJ Newman. Well, Kansas City, depending upon what happens with Kansas, Missouri, or someone else. Charlotte, the city council there taking up next week the request for $650 million in upgrades to Bank of America Stadium. I think David Tepper, if he doesn't get what he wants, what's he going to do? Is he going to throw a drink on somebody? Is he going to move his team? Maybe both. Maybe both. Oh, and take someone's hat off. The Jaguars, assuming Jacksonville City Council signs off on the deal that was reached between the mayor and the team, they'll stay in Jacksonville. Now, there was one issue that came up recently. The city council doesn't like how many foreign games the Jaguars can host because that's fewer games that get played in Jacksonville. That could be an issue in all of this. Beyond that, there really isn't another current, we got to watch this. There may be a problem. Team wants a new stadium, and we don't know what's going to happen. Cleveland would be a potential one to keep an eye on. But I think that's more about, do they do something with their current stadium or do they move to the suburbs? Chicago, same deal. It would be relocation in the same area, not moving to a different city, different state, change your name to the Austin Bears or whatever the case may be. So I think that catches all of the ones that currently are in potential hotspots. Molly Stadewasser, if the Dolphins underperform again this year, is Mike McDaniel on the hot seat? You know, they've been to the playoffs 2 straight years, but they've lost in the first round both times. I feel like it's starting to get a little uncomfortable. And I feel like Stephen Ross, who is getting deeper into his 80s, if he wants to win a Super Bowl in his lifetime, you need something a little bit more. And I don't know whether that's quarterback or coach. Quarterback or coach. Something I think is going to give after this year if the Dolphins don't get farther in the wild card round of the playoffs. And that may be one of the reasons why they resist signing Tua Tagovailoa to the kind of long-term deal he's looking for. Let's see what happens after this year and make decisions accordingly. So I think it's an important year. Might not be hot seat year, but it's an important year. And maybe next year is a hot seat year for Mike McDaniel, maybe even Chris Greer in Miami. What else do we have here? Samuel, with the report that Haason Reddick allegedly lied to the Jets about his willingness to be available at the offseason program prior to the trade, do you see a scenario where the Jets demand that the Eagles modify the trade terms further or penalize Reddick beyond fines? No, there's nothing they can do. Look, this was the excuse that the Jets put out there because they looked foolish for trading for Haason Reddick when he wanted a new contract from the Eagles. He didn't get one from the Jets, and what a surprise, he doesn't show up for the offseason program. They put out, I believe, the idea that we had an understanding with Reddick, and he was okay with it, and now he isn't. Those understandings are never enforceable. There isn't anything they can do. They can't void the trade. They can't punish Reddick. Shame on them for taking his word for it, because when you take the word for anything like this, there's a chance that the word is not going to be on it. There's also a chance that Reddick would say, I never agreed to that. You misinterpreted me, or it's just a flat-out fabrication aimed at making the Jets not look foolish for trading for Haason Reddick without giving him a new contract at the moment they did the trade. One more very important question before I go. And again, if I didn't get to your questions today, keep asking them, and I'll try to get to them in future episodes of PFT PM, tentatively next one tomorrow. Paul Dobson, on a scale of 1 to 10, how stoned is Chris Sims right now? I don't think he day smokes. I don't think he wakes and bakes. I'd say at noon, it's probably a 3 because he's probably got some left from last night. I'll say 3. I'll have to text him and see. I will text him. I'll report back tomorrow. I'm going to text him at some point today. I'll try to do it right now. I've got this other interview that's starting momentarily. I'll find out. Scale of 1 to 10. How stoned are you right now? I'll try to remember to provide that very important update tomorrow. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.